দাঁড়াও, কানেক্টিং টু ক্লাউড সার্ভার বলছে, আবার রেকর্ডিং শুরু হয়ে গেল কেন? A very good afternoon to all present over here. Now today we are at session 2 of day 4 for the AICTE AQIS sponsored STTP program on Green IoT for Green Environment Phase 2. So in this session we have Dr. Himadri Nath Saha with us as our resource person. Sir, on behalf of Department of Applied Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, we welcome you to our STTP program. Sir, we are honored to have you as a resource person.
Thank you very much.
So, sir, may I take the pleasure to introduce our resource person, honorable resource person with our participants. So Dr. Himadri Nath Saha has more than 20 years of experience in teaching and academic research. He has received his PhD engineering degree from Jadavpur University. He has completed his Bachelor of Engineering from Jadavpur University also. After completion of Master of Engineering from Indian Institute of Engineering, Science and Technology, IIST Shivpur, Dr. Saha has also done his Master of Business Administration. He has received a good number of awards during his career, and some of them include Gold Faculty Award from Infosys Technologies Limited in the year of 2013, Outstanding Contribution Award from Infosys Technology Limited in the year of 2011. He has been conferred as Best Innovative Faculty from Infosys Technology Limited in the year of 2012 for implementing a unique innovative case study on operating systems. He has been awarded the Best Faculty Award from the Institute of Engineering and Management in the year of 2011. He has also received Best Research Contribution Award from Institute of Engineering and Management in the year of 2016 and 2017. He is the fellow of many premier organizations like the Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, India, and Institute of Engineers. He has been awarded as IEM Fellow Professor in the year of 2019. He is also a senior member of IEEE USA. He has also written a textbook on database management system, which became popular among the students. He has been invited as a visiting professor in the University of Connecticut, USA. University of Ilmenau, Germany, and many other universities. He has lot of research collaborations with many renowned professors across the globe, like Dr. Philip G. Bradford of University of Connecticut, USA, Dr. Lanier Watkins of Johns Hopkins University, USA, and many more. He was visiting research scientists in Technische University, Ilmenau, Germany. He is currently visiting professor in Dolly Hochschule Bardwan University, Germany. Kolkata section. He was the branch counselor of IEEE student branch and faculty head of ACM student chapter. He is editor of senior Sensor Journal. Dr. Saha has edited more than 15 conference proceedings and delivered more than 20 talks in 5 different countries like USA, Canada, and Germany. Dr. Saha teach a number of courses for both graduate and postgraduate students. The courses included IoT, machine language, cybersecurity, cryptography, data structure and algorithm, and many others. He was a visiting professor in Jadavpur University, IBM, and Globsin Business School. The research area of Dr. Saha includes robotics, IoT, machine language, cryptography, mobile ad hoc networks, cybersecurity, and algorithms. He has several publications in many international journals and conferences with 7,000 plus citations and a ResearchGate score of 41, which is 97.5 percentile. He has also filed 8 patents. So, sir, we are honored to have you as a resource person in our STTP program. Sir, we are honored that you have shared your precious time with us. Sir, we again heartily welcomes you to our STTP program. So, sir, now the platform is yours. You can share your valuable words with our participants. Sir, I have made you co-host, so you can share your screen and you can start your
Thanks
session.
for the introductions. So
Welcome, sir.
just a minute, I'll just share
Okay, sir.
my screen. Mhm. Just a minute. My window screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible, but it is now showing your desktop. Have you shared
Yes.
the...
No, not yet.
Okay,
I have started.
okay,
Just a
okay,
minute.
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So, dear participants, already you know my name, right? So, so today I'll be discussing and demonstrating and do the hands-on on a particular session on the green IoT. So I'll tell you one after another. First, I'll be using the Node MCU, right? Please tell me I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir, you are perfectly audible.
Thank you very much. So I'll start my presentation. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Yes. Okay. So my presentation is now visible.
Yes, sir, your presentation is visible. So, yes, it
Okay.
is now full screen. Okay.
Okay, that's great. So hello, participants, right? So I told you today I'll be discussing about the some new things that how we can build the green IoT applications using the Node MCU, ThingSpeak, and the Blink. Okay, so first I'll discuss with Node MCU and ThingSpeak how we can connect. The ThingSpeak is basically a cloud, the free cloud platform, because it's a very popular platform because it can be generally it is currently using in a different industry also. And after that, I'll be showing a very interesting app development tool that is called the drag and drop app development tool that is called the Blink. Okay, so one after another. Okay, so okay, so this is the, I'll start with the Node MCU, the introduction to the Node MCU and its usefulness. And then I'll come to the cloud services. I'll discuss a little bit of the ThingSpeak, how we can create the account on the ThingSpeak. And then after that, I'll show you that how we can build the application using Node MCU and the cloud. This is the first part, that is the that's Node MCU and the cloud. And after that, I'll show you the Blink with the Node MCU. Okay, so that is the entire session plan for today, or agenda, whatever you can say. So I'll tell you, please interact with me if you have any doubts, right? And if you have any question or any confusions, right? So please let me know immediately. So I think you know MCU stands for the microcontroller unit, is basically a kind of a computer, but not exactly a computer like Raspberry, right? So what is a microcontroller? The microcontroller is basically a chip where you have CPU core and where we have memory and the input output, programmable input output peripherals, right? So that's the main thing of on single chip. You have CPU, that is core, you have memory, and as well as the programmable input output peripherals. That's it. Okay, so then what is the difference between the microprocessor and the microcontroller? The microprocessor is basically the CPU, where you have ALU, CU, register, cache, and all these things. So but whenever you have the microprocessor on a single chip with memory and the IO peripherals, then it's called the microcontroller. So this is the microcontroller chip. Okay. So this is the Node MCU. Okay, Node MCU is basically the board name. Okay. Okay, so the microcontroller contains already I told you one is this one, this one. Okay, sir. So next come to the this is the chip I'll be using now. This is the chip I'll show you the chip after this presentation. This is the chip we will be using. This is the steel color, this silver color. This particular chip is called ESP8266 chip, which is basically the Wi-Fi embedded in this one, right? So the basic description is that the developer is a ESP8266 open source community. The type is the single board microcontroller. Already I told you that is dollar is written over here. So this is $5. I think it's just not like in US it is $5. So but in India nowadays it's I think 100 to 200 rupees cost. Okay. So you have storage of 5 megabyte and power through USB. And the most important thing is that the ESP 8266 which has the Wi-Fi controller within it, and which has a CPU is LX106. That is the CPU. This is a 32-bit RISC processor. And the operating system, the Node MCU can support, which is XTOS. Okay, this is the website. Just to log into this website, and just if you want to know detail, so you can go through it. Okay. Then already I told you, no, the main advantage is the very low cost. Even the cost is less than the Arduino board. So Node MCU is a low cost open source IoT platform and development kit that helps you to prototype or build IoT products. Already I told you. It includes the firmware that runs on the ESP8266 Wi-Fi SoC single on chip, right? From this system, right? And the hardware which is based on ESP 12B module. Okay. The firmware uses the Lua scripting language because there must be a, because as you know most of the microcontroller, I mean all microcontroller having a firmware that actually controls the particular microcontroller, right? So the firmware uses the Lua scripting language, right? It is based on the eLua project and the built on the ESP abstract non-OS SDK for ESP8266, right? But we'll be using the Node MCU two versions. We'll be using the Node MCU version is 1.0, but Node MCU has two versions. One is the version 0.9 and 1.0, but we'll be using the 1.0 version. So, and the 2LB module, okay, the 2LB module. So this is the another diagram of, okay, this one, right? So here we can have, this is the 2.4 gigahertz antenna. As you know that the wireless communications actually the frequency what they're using is the 2.4 gigahertz. So this is the 2.4 gigahertz antenna. And this is the chip ESP12B chip. There is the module. We have this one, the silver color. Okay. So this is the development board requires a 12 ESP12B module containing ESP8266 chip having this 32-bit LX106 microprocessor. Already I told you, which operates at 80 to 160 megahertz adjustable clock frequency and supports RTOS, the real-time operating system. It can support. I think you can also I'll give you one in also what I can say. You can also I mean surprised to know that this small chip and low power chip, right? So you can use this chip to make a web server. That means you can also launch a website from this particular chip, as the Node MCU, or you can say ESP8266. That is, it can be treated as web server. I'll tell you later. Okay. So, but how we can make it this Node MCU as web server? Okay. There is also 128 KB RAM and 4 MB of flash memory. Why you need flash memory? Just whenever you upload any program from your laptop, you need this flash memory, right? Just enough to cope with the large strings that make up web pages and JSON. As you know, the very two popular data format is basically one is the JSON and the XML. The most of the cases in IoT application, we are using the JSON format, and everything we throw at IoT devices nowadays. Okay, so the ESP8266 is integrates 802.11 BGN. So that is the I told you that's 2.4 gigahertz. That is this is the frequency band. Wi-Fi transceiver, so it can not only connect to the Wi-Fi network, can interact with the internet, but it can also set up a network of its own, because you can also set up the network by using this Wi-Fi as a router. Okay, this is this Node MCU as router, allowing other devices to connect and directly to it. Okay, so that's the main thing. That means this can be there are two mode of operations where normally what we do with our Wi-Fi router, we connect this Node MCU. This is the one mode, right? This is called the STA mode, right? Another mode is called the is an access point. So where this particular Node MCU can be used as access point. That means you can connect many devices like your mobile phone, laptop, another Node MCU from this particular access point. That is the Node MCU access point. Okay, that's it. So now this is the some of the voltage, the regulator, output regulator. So this is the power supply we have in the board. I'll show you. This is the micro USB through which you can give the power to this particular board. This is the 3.3 output of regulator, and this is the some of the pins are available for 3.3 volt regulator. Okay. So this is the more or less about the what is the Node MCU. I'll not come to this one. So you can also, just I want to say one thing, we can also regulate 5 volt, because here I have shown you the only 3.34. That is the most important thing. And you can also regulate 5 voltage, 5 volt voltage source. The V pin is there over here, can be used to directly supply the current the ESP8266 and its peripherals. So there is a V pin, the input pin here, where through which you can, the external one, that is the through which you can connect the 5 volt supply also. Okay, in the most of the cases ESP82 is operating in 3.3 to 3.6 volt, and it can reliably supply up to 600 milliampere, right? Which should be more than enough when ESP8266 pulls as much as 80 milliampere during the RF transmission. Okay, so this is some of the informations for this particular chip. So I'll not discuss this one. This is the multiplex GPU. Thus we have 17 GPIO pins, right? And 4 ground pins. Okay, so these are some of the details. This is the multiplex GPIO pin. Here we have some GPIO pins, and here you have some GPIO pins. Okay, PWM pin also is available. Pulse width modulation pin. This is the reset button, and this is the D0 pin, LED D0 pin that ensures that when you give power supply, and this is the flash button for flashing this memory. This is the TTL. This is the most important thing. Here we have the pin out diagram. Just see this one. There are 4 ground pin, and we have a 17 GPIO pins for input output. Then you have 3.3 volt and all other things, right? So this is the most important. You have to remember this thing because whenever you connect or make any circuit diagram, you need to do this thing. Okay. So just I'll come to some advantages, because there is another version that is ESP32. It is more sophisticated than this ESP86, but a little bit costly, right? This comes with because first I'll come to the some advantage. Uh, ESP86 is the low cost. Already I told Wi-Fi enable micro. Uh, Hello, 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 hello.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
audible.
You are audible, sir.
So the one thing is that I have to allow all these participants.
No, 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 sir. We are allowing.
The
Sir,
screen is coming.
no, sir. Actually, you are co-host. That's why
Okay.
the notification is going to your
Oh,
side
oh,
also.
okay,
So
okay.
please ignore them. These I will accept all the
Okay, okay.
participants.
The
Okay, sir.
ESP86 is a low-cost Wi-Fi enable micro chip with full TCP/IP stack. As you know that if we don't have any TCP/IP stack, then what will happen? We cannot communicate with the internet or any network, right? Microcontroller capability, okay. Node MCU includes CPU core, faster Wi-Fi, more GPS, supports Bluetooth 4.2, low power Bluetooth. Additionally, ESP32 is, I told is advanced version of ESP86, which comes with touch sensitive pin and a built-in Hall effect sensor, right? And the temperature sensor inbuilt. So here you have to connect the temperature sensor, but in ESP32, we inbuilt temperature sensor is available, very cheap as compared to Arduino. This is some of the advantages. And as compared to Raspberry Pi, Raspberry Pi cost around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees, but this is only 200s or 180 or like this, or it may be 250 like this. So let's come to the cloud. As you know, the cloud computing, because the cloud is most important nowadays, because whenever you are thinking about the storing of data, right? So you need this one, the storing, processing, then um, many other applications do the analytics and apply machine learning algorithms, whatever you want to do, we can work with this the cloud. We have the flexibilities and all. The more, but the important thing is that the many companies are like Amazon, like Microsoft, and like IBM, they're actually, they have their own IoT platform because they have developed it, and what they are doing, they are actually selling it. Okay, so if you want to use the Microsoft, want to build any IoT project, so I can create an account in Amazon or Microsoft or IBM and just use their own IoT platform. They are charging per account and per hour and whatever the data, depending on your uses and all these things. So that's why the cloud is nowadays, or cloud computing is the nowadays is most important. Actually, cloud is giving any cloud computing platform is giving three services, as you know, as SAS, that is a software as a service, then platform as a service, and then in the information as a service, right? So this is the three things most important for the cloud. Okay. So this is a small picture to understand what is cloud. This is the cloud platform where we have all these things. This another actually information, let us the infrastructure as a service. I'm talking about the is IaaS, means the infrastructure as a service. First is the platform as a service, then you have a software as a service, and the infrastructure as a service. Okay. So this is the some things, that is the desktop, laptop, all these things connected to the cloud for getting different services. Okay. So the importance of cloud computing with IoT, as you know, that cloud computing has entered the mainstream of information technology, providing scalability in delivery of enterprise application software as a service. Already I told you, the IoT generates a vast amount of data. That is the most important thing. I mean, the main concern nowadays, right? The IoT application or IoT, any IoT network generates a vast amount of data. That's sometimes called the big data. So now the main concern is how, where you store it and how securely you store it. So that is why the cloud came into the picture. So where you can store, you can do the analytics, or you can store securely. The most of the professional cloud platform, that is the IoT cloud platform, like Amazon, like Microsoft, like uh, I mean IBM, they have their own security, right, features, and there most of the cases they're using blockchain to store all this data. The cloud computing, the IoT, and the IoT both serve to increase the efficiency in everyday tasks, and both have a complementary relationship. The without IoT, so if you want to develop the IoT application, you have to have the cloud, and if you want to store take in the recent application, you have to have some IoT. So that's the complementary. The IoT generates massive amount of data. Already I told you, cloud computing provides a pathway for this data to travel. So already I told you Amazon Web Services, Cloud. I'll show you tomorrow, the tomorrow or day after tomorrow. There's Cloud for RPI also. There's another free cloud with the Raspberry Pi, Amazon Web Server, then Microsoft Azure, the IBM Watson. These are some of the cloud platforms. You can use it, but they have a free tier. Amazon Web Server also a free tier. That means they're giving free access, but they're not providing all the service for free access, right? Similar from IBM, similar for Microsoft. So you can use the free service, but they are giving limited access and limited facility to you, not all the facilities. So if you are working in any company, or let's say a good organization like or university, I think you can also take the, because for academic version they will give some discount also. So you can use this Azure or Watson or Amazon Web Server. So, but I prefer that among these three professional IoT platform, I prefer IBM Watson. Okay, so let's start with today I'll be developing the green IoT based temperature. So now I'll come to the green IoT. So already I've discussed one lecture I think last month. Okay, so that is the green IoT means the IoT where we have less power consumption. That means we are reducing the power consumption or energy consumption. This is the most important thing. That means less emission, less pollution, less cost, right? Sustainability, right? So, or sustainable environments, right? So environmental support. This is the basically the main objective of the green IoT. This is called the green IoT. So that is why, and also the device to be smart. If your device is smart, then it will be it will take less power, right? And then all this less pollution, less emission, all this less greenhouse effect, and all these things. Okay. So one of the major thing is the device to be smart, and then the efficient energy algorithms, right? Or if efficient routing algorithms in terms of energy and all. So that comes to the picture. So that is why. So I have taken a small device that is NodeMCU. Already I have discussed this thing to you. Already I have discussed this thing to you. This is a very small device and very low power consumption, right? So and that actually helps to develop any green IoT applications. So please understand my point. So why I've taken the NodeMCU. So most of the cases, this NodeMCU is very much useful for agricultural application, where you can just embed this thing, and the cost is very less, no emission, no pollution, all these things. So that is why I've taken for green applications is this is the NodeMCU, and I've taken the ThinkSpeak for storing and analysis of this particular data. So because it is free, and one advantage is that this ThinkSpeak is actually developed by MathWorks. Actually, MathWorks developed earlier the MATLAB, so we can integrate MATLAB with the ThinkSpeak. So that is the another advantage of ThinkSpeak, the free cloud, where you can develop your green IoT application. It's a basic one, but still that helps that will give you the idea about this application. Okay. Okay. So I just I'll come to this. This is the problem. We'll actually will be doing this thing. This is the temperature and humidity control of a room or any place, right? Using NodeMCU and the cloud service like ThinkSpeak. So that is the problem statement. I think you can understand the problem statement. That the temperature and humidity control is one of the most important part for everyone, even in the room, the lab, then laboratory. That means pharmaceutical industries and food industries, right? So that is why I've taken a small application to develop this thing. I'll start with the ThinkSpeak and then I'll come to the Blink. So now this is the little bit idea about the ThinkSpeak, but I need 2-3 volunteers. So hello.
Yes, yes, sir. You are audible.
So I need 2-3 volunteers. They can work with me in this.
Okay.
So could you please give me if someone volunteers have the laptop with them? Oh, it's better, right? So
Okay, sir.
anyone,
So
please ask.
I would like to request the participants that who have joined from their laptop and having this particular, sir, is there any requirement of
No
any?
requirements. They'll be
Okay,
working with my device, right?
okay,
But
okay,
they because they have to create the ThingSpeak account and they
okay.
can work with me. And similarly for Blink also. Okay.
Okay, so I would like to request our participants that whoever has joined with the laptop and want to
Or a laptop, not only laptop, they can also work with mobile also. Doesn't
mobile
matter with
also.
that.
So
Okay.
who are going to assist, sir? Sir, two or
No,
three.
no assist, I mean, because they actually
They
work
will
with
actually do. Okay, okay,
yes, the
okay, okay,
hands-on.
okay.
So
Hands on.
is it a hands-on, right?
Okay, so participants, please write your names in the chat box that who are interested
It's
for
very
this.
simple.
It is
Nothing
very
to worry
simple.
about that. Okay,
Okay,
very
okay.
simple and very interesting, rather say.
Okay, sir.
You
So
can
please write your names or please raise your hands that who are interested for doing so. From the participants, I'd like to request you.
okay. Someone, right?
Madam, I have written the name there. Sir, I'm interested to be a part of it.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, so
Then,
just a minute. I'll complete this ThingSpeak lecture, right? Then I'll start with the demonstration. Then you will create the account one after another.
sir,
Just a
sir,
minute.
you need two more participants, na?
Yes, yes.
So I would like to request the other participants, please write your names in the chat box who are interested for this particular
Two,
hands-on.
two. That means one more, right?
One more. Okay, okay. So only one more participant. Please write your name in the chat box.
Okay, so I'll complete this one. Then in the meantime, someone will give
Okay,
the
sir.
name.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
The analytics of IoT pad. The ThingSpeak is basically a IoT analytics platform that where we can upload the data, the device data, the sensor data, and then we can do the analytics on that. Or we can display visualization, analytics, all these things is possible through this ThingSpeak, right? And it's absolutely a free cloud. And what advantage we have is generates automatically the CSV file, which is directly uploaded to any machine learning platform, and you can do the machine learning also. That means do the predictions and all these things. Okay. So the analytics IoT platform, the collect data from sensors, things, visualize the data instantly, has more than 60,000 users. That means I have created this presentation 6-7 months back. So now it may be 1 lakh of user, right? So analyze the data. Already I told you the MATLAB integration allows user to run schedule code on the data coming into ThingSpeak, right? Acts on the data, send a tweet when the temperature in your backward reaches 32 degrees. That is also possible. That means you can send the alarm to through this SMS or WhatsApp or email. Okay, that also possible. The serious one, this is the edge node. Edge node means your node MCU and all these devices. And this is the exploratory data analysis, means by using statistical formula, they do the analysis of the data. And this is the from the edge devices, data will go to the ThingSpeak platform, the analytics IoT platform. It will come back to this, and this is via bidirectional. The data is coming from the analytics platform as well as it will go to the analytics platform. And then by this data, someone is do the exploratory analysis in ThingSpeak itself and display some of the data. So who uses the ThingSpeak? As you know, the makers. That means if you are willing to develop any application, then you can use ThingSpeak. Academicians can do, engineers, scientists. And this is the, please note it down, that's thingspeak.com. So you can connect to that, please. Then I'll show you how to create channel and all. So if you have an account, nothing to worry, just sign up, right? Sign into this particular platform. This is the ThingSpeak platform. And if we are not a user, then you sign up and just fill the forms, and accordingly we create a channel. So this is the first screen will coming like this, and then this I'll come to this part after that. First I'll show the demonstration, then I'll show you all these things. And this is the circuit diagram we have. This node MC with the one DHT11 sensor that can sense temperature and the humidity. So the DHT11 has three pin. One is VCC, that is 5-volt pin, or that's a 3.3 volt pin. That is 5 volt or 3.3 volt, whatever. And this is the ground pin. And this is the middle one is the data pin. So data pin in my case is connected to the GPIO port number 5, D5 pin. Okay, so that is the circuit diagram which we'll be using. You have to connect the device with your laptop, and this is the some explanations of the code which I'll use for this application in Arduino IDE platform. I'll show you the Arduino IDE platform, no issues. Just a minute. So this is, you have to include the DST library with that application. And then you have to include the ESP86 Wi-Fi header, right, and the library, and the Wi-Fi client also, and the ThingSpeak also, because we are using all these things. So your data pin is D5, and we are using DST11. Okay, so that thing you have to give. And then for this one is you have to give the SSID and the password. The SSID means the service set identifier. Okay. So then you have to give your channel ID. So that's most important. So every channel has ID. Just see this one channel ID. Here is 396297, and the API key. This is the right API key. You have to give these two for identification of your channel. So this is the one channel ID and the right API key you have to give. Otherwise, the NodeMCU cannot identify your channel. So then simple, very simple. That's you have to connect the Wi-Fi status, and then here you print the temperature and the humidity. That is the read function through which you can read temperature as well as the humidity value, right? And this is the local IP. This will give you the local IP address. So after connection of connecting with the Wi-Fi, right? So that is a very simple code. I'll share this code, and this is the two function that helps to connect the cloud. The first is the channel ID. Already I've given. This is the variable, the channel ID, my channel number, and the my API key. So this is the channel number, and the field number one is the temperature, and the my API right API key, channel number. Number two is the humidity field, and this one. So after that, and this point to be noted that after 15 seconds, the data, because the ThingSpeak will refresh. Okay, that means new data will be updated. So that is the ThingSpeak display panel or analytics panel, where we can show. Here, this is the one is the temperature value as well as the humidity value. You can see. I'll show you this one. Here is just last entry, just less than a minute ago. That means it's the current data. But these things we can store the previous data also. I'll show you. So this is all about the ThingSpeak. I'll show you the channel, how to create the channel. I think just a minute. Hello. Someone told me.
Yes, sir.
He is interested to work with me. Hello. So yes, okay. So just you log into this. You create an account like this. Your URL is https://thingspeak.com.
Sir, it is asking for.
Can you show me this one? So could you please present it? Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. I think where from I stop share. If I stop share, right? So could you please present your screen? Then I'll demonstrate you for creating channel.
Paramita, make the participant co-host who is interested to present.
Madam, I have made you host. So until and unless you are making me co-host, I cannot do anything. Okay.
Now I am host. Okay. So who is wanted to participate? Tell me the name, please.
Rahman, madam.
Okay, wait, sir.
Yeah, Rahman is there. No, that is.
Now you are the co-host, sir.
Okay, so that's great. So thanks, Bapita, right?
Yes,
so just a minute, I'll just copy this one to this. Where is the chat box, right? Just a minute. So, Bapita, I just
yes, sir.
sharing this thing to your just. I think it is just shared it to everybody. So I think Mr. Rahman, right? Hello, are you here, Mr.
Yes.
Rahman? Here, I think. Hello.
Hello, Rahman, sir.
I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir. Sir, I'm listening. I'm here.
Okay. So just present your. Okay, just you present your screen.
Yes, sir.
You present your screen first.
Just a minute, sir. I'm sharing. Is it visible, sir?
Yes.
Is it visible, sir?
I cannot see, just full screen it. Right?
It is already in shared mode, sir.
Hello.
Sir,
Not
it is
visible. For my case, it's not visible.
now. Now is it visible?
But yes, screen is visible. But how can I full screen it? So I'm just a minute. I can see this thing very. So I think Bapita, how can I? Because I'm just getting it in a very minimized form, right?
No, sir.
Hello.
Actually, I can see it in full screen.
Yes, sir. It is coming as the full screen at my end also.
But in my case, it is not. They have to click on somewhere else, right?
So there is a view option. You can.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I got it. And now,
okay,
Rahman, please log into this. Just type the URL in URL bar.
Yeah,
www.http
I have shared the link. I have shared the
That's
link in the chat box also.
Right?
Sir, I have done that. I have done that.
Hello.
And I got the also.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Just type this URL. Just type this URL on your URL browser, URL bar. Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I'm here. I have typed already.
Please type it, but I cannot see.
Now can you see?
I cannot see this thing.
Now can you see?
But I can see your screen. But no. But what about your browser?
I'm in my browser.
Type it.
Okay.
You type it http thingspeak.com. Yes. Now it's thingspeak.com. Thingspeak. THINGSPEAK. Thingspeak.com.
Okay.
Not G. It's not K. It is G. Thing. THING.
It has already been shared in the chat box also. Please see the chat box.
This is, we have given dot, HTTP dot. It's not dot, HTTP colon.
Hemant sir, please see the
HTTP
chat box.
Slash.
HTTP.
Yes, yes.
Colon.
HTTP colon slash www.thingspeak.com. Just copy paste from the chat box. It is better.
I have shared in the chat box. Please copy and paste.
This is the one, right?
Yes, yes, that's great. So now you sign up. So click on this one.
This one, get started for free, right?
Yes. Get started for free. Click on that. Yes. Just a minute. So you have to give your email and they will verify your email. Please wait. I think it's coming. Yes. So now you will give your email address. Yes. Then
email address is given, sir.
Okay.
Password.
Then you give your password. Yes. Have you? Do you have an account over here?
I don't know, sir. I haven't created. This is the first time.
Mr. Okay, just then give password.
Right. Let me try. It's saying invalid.
I think you have to create the account.
So I think you
create account option.
So, but hello.
Yes, sir.
So no. Then yes. Just a minute. You go to the right, the right corner of top right corner. Just click on that. So I think there will be an option.
There is an option create one. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Then you give your email address. So what happened?
It's not taking
already exists. That is why the
MATLAB account.
They are saying the math work.
MathWork account. They are
okay,
mapping,
no problem. You just give your. Okay. So just you give the locations and all.
Yeah, I've given already.
So then continue. So one email will go to your email account that will verify.
Yeah, but it's not continuing. I'm pressing
yes.
continuous.
Yes. I think. So do you have any other email address?
Yes, I do.
So just give this one. Now you check your email, right?
Yes,
so I think
yes,
that so then click on that.
Just a minute.
As soon as you click on that, you have to set. Okay.
I need to go to that mail ID,
You have to log into your email, that email.
Yes.
They have sent an email to you.
Mail has not come so far. Maybe it is in the spam.
Could you please show your email account?
Yeah, it is there, sir. It is visible only.
It's there. Okay. I think the mail has came to your account from this math box.
Not yet, sir.
Then you refresh
Not
it.
yet, not yet.
Refresh it, refresh it.
Yeah, doing. Not come, sir. I'm there in my ID only, sir. It's not showing. It does not come yet, sir.
Not showing, but it should. I think then. Okay. So I think there may be some issue with your account. So could you please try once more? I think it will come. I think it will
Okay,
come.
sir. I'm trying.
No issue. I think it will come. Quick. Then I'll show the demonstration.
Not coming, sir. Not coming.
Hello.
Yes, sir. It does not come, sir.
Should come.
I will do one thing, sir. I will reset my password for
that. You just try it with other because. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, sir. I'm listening.
Hello.
Sir, I'm listening.
So it's not coming mail. So just you close it and start from beginning. So what they're saying?
Yes.
To use.
I'm doing again.
So, but
I'm doing again.
No, they are giving a one error. This what the error is. Okay, no, forget about this.
You just click use this mail for my MathWorks account. You just click it and continue, sir. Click it, use there. Yes, now continue. Okay. Now you check your mail.
Mail.
I think you will get.
Have you received?
Yes.
Then click on that. And then continue.
It is now accept this password. Give one password.
Password.
Okay. Accept. No, just click the box. Click in the box.
Click the box, the check box.
There is a check box. Close it. Close the dialog box and then click the check box.
Go up.
Cross it. Cancel it.
Close it.
Close. Yes. Now it is. I think it is okay.
Okay.
So now click on new channel. Click on new channel. This is the tab, the button.
Okay. Just a minute.
Personal non-commercial project.
Non-commercial.
Personal. You are doing for personal work, right?
Yeah,
you can give a teaching or research or student, whatever.
Yeah. Now it is new channel.
Click
right?
on new channel.
Yeah.
So now we give the channel name, right? So just give, like we are using DST11. So give DST11, capital DST.
Yes, sir.
Type capital DST.
Sir, I think DHT, not DST.
DHT.
Hello.
DHT.
All right. Yeah, thanks.
DST, DH for horse.
Yeah, got it, sir.
T for Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, it is there.
Okay.
I've written already.
Then DST 11 and description we write temperature and humidity sensing. Temperature and humidity sensing. Just U small. It should be small letter. U. Hello? Okay, that's great. So now come to the field one. Write temperature over here. In field one, write temperature. In field one, the next field. Next
Yes,
field,
yes,
temperature. Field one.
Yes.
Field two, humidity. Humidity. Now go down. Now go down. No, now go down. Do not click this thing. Do not click the checkbox. Do not click the third checkbox, please. Yes, go down.
Got it.
Field 2 will be humidity, sir.
Oh, field 2 humidity. And then go down. Okay, then save the channel. Save the channel. Okay, you got the channel. Your channel ID is this. And your just click on the API keys. Click on API keys. API keys in this one. The fifth one. Private view, public view, channel setting API keys.
Yes.
And this is the right API key I need. I need this from your side and the channel ID I need. Okay. So now stop presentation. Please stop presentation. Your part is over. So now I'll send data from my device to your account. Okay. Thank you very much, Rahman.
Welcome, sir. My pleasure.
So my screen is visible to you, guys. Hello. My screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
That's great. So now I'll open the Arduino IDE. So where I've written the code for Node MCU. Please wait. This will take some time to open. Yes. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. So this is the code. Already I've explained this one. Now I'll execute this code. First, I'll select the board. Participants, my screen is visible to you once more.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
So just see. I told you that we'll be selecting the version 1.0 and the module 12B. I'm selecting this one. So now I'll okay. So first I'll connect this. I forgot to connect. Right? Sorry, my device. Just a minute. Okay. So just I'll switch on my camera little bit. Okay, you can see my face. So you can see this device. Hello.
Yes, sir. We are able to see.
So this is the device, and this is that I told you this is the Wi-Fi ESP8266 module, right? So that is the
Yeah.
module, that silver color module, and this is the DST11 sensor. This is the DST11 sensor, blue color, right? So I've connected this thing. My data pin is in D5 in Node MCU, right? And now this is my USB cable, the power cable. I'll connect to my laptop. Okay, so that's it. So now I'm connecting this one to the laptop, and then camera off. Okay, so I'll select once more. Then I'll select the port number. This is most important. And now this is the bar. This is the button which actually upload the code. First compile the code and then upload into the flash memory of Node MCU. Please wait. Compilation is going on. This is my channel ID and the API key. First, I'll show you in my, then I'll connect to the Rahman channel. So compilation is over. Now it is uploading. That means the code will be uploaded into the flash memory of Node MCU. I think you can see. Okay, done. So now I'll show the temperature and the humidity. Okay, got it. Thanks God. This is the, just see this one. The temperature is 29 degree. You can see participants, this 29 degree and the humidity is 77%. Now, this is not the thing, but I have to upload this thing into the cloud and I'll show and do the analytics. Just a minute. So now I'll connect, I'll open the ThingSpeak account, my ThingSpeak account. I'll open my ThingSpeak account. Yes. I'll open my ThingSpeak account. Yes, done. Okay, this is my account. That's 1026589. It's the channel ID. Just see this one. So the last entry less than a minute ago. So that means we got it. Just see this one. This is 30th May. Just see this one, guys. And then the temperature is 29 degree. Already you have seen it. Okay. So this data is coming from the my device to the cloud. Okay. The ThingSpeak cloud. Okay. So, but I'm not sure the humidity data will come because it will take some time delay. So I think it will take some time. Please wait a minute. This will come. I'll show you. So you can see the analytics, this graphical form. Then you can understand the day wise. That means it's March 8th. What's the value in this 10th? What's the value and all these things? Okay. And I'll show you one more interesting thing, that is this will come, that humidity will come, but it will take some time because of the internet issues, right? It's a delay and all. So this will come, just a minute.
Sir, you please clear the channel previous data.
Yes, I have the previous data. This will store the previous data also. I'll show you just a minute. So if you go to, but it will take some time to upload the humidity data. So that is why I'm waiting. Then I'll switch back to this. So actually what happens over here, that is after data uploaded into this portal, that is the cloud portal ThingSpeak. So they'll store it and they'll actually, if you click on this one, the advantage is that just if you can download it, right? So you'll get a one CSV file. Just a minute. Yes, you got the CSV file. So now you can click on that. If you can click on that, you will get the previous data, and you can directly take the data from here. So today I'll not show you. Later I will show the next sessions, right? So coming sessions or whatever. So I'll show you this how you can direct. Just see this one, the previous data, date-wise data is available. Someone asked me the question. So can you see this one? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can
Someone
see.
asked me the question. Okay, so that you can get the idea about that. Just that means in 2020 data, right, is available in the CSV. So now we take the value, but some cases what happens due to some delay, you can see the delay now, so that we are getting the humidity data, but you're not getting the temperature data. So that's the big problem. That's the big problem. You have to ensure it, but whenever you include this CSV file into some machine learning application, you have to delete this thing, or you have to predict this thing. You can do both the cases. Either you delete this entry, the missing field entries, or you can predict some value over here. So that you can do. So what should be the predicted value over here? You can use this one. Okay. This is the more or less about how you can export it or import it, right? So, and you can directly connect to any machine learning platform, no issues. So let's go to the visualization panel. Okay, let's check whether humidity data came or not. I think it will okay, I think got it. Yes, it got it. Just see this one. Humidity is 77. The day is Thursday, May 13, 2021. Got it? So that means we got this value. So this is more or less for my part, the first part of the ThingSpeak and the NodeMCU. Now I'll connect. So Rahman, hello.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
So could you please send me your channel ID and API key? The right API key. So click on that. This is the right API key. This is the KWS. This is the right API key. Just send me your channel ID, which is available over here, and the right API key, please.
Just
you can write in the chat box.
Yes, yes.
Please write it in the chat box. You have written? Yes.
He has written.
This is the no, but where is your channel ID? Send me the channel ID first.
Channel
ID.
Just a minute.
Here, this is the channel ID. Okay.
No, wait. I'm sending the
this
channel.
This is your channel ID.
Channel.
Please send me the channel ID. Okay, that's great. So please wait. I'll copy it. And now I'll paste it to my code. And I'll show you the data will go from here to your portal. So first I'll copy it. I think you can see my presentation, my Arduino ID I'm talking about. Oh my God.
Yes, sir, we are able to see. Yeah.
This is the channel ID, your Rahman. Please ensure it. I have copied it. I have copy pasted it. Rahman.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Hello.
I'm here. I'm here.
Bob, this is correct. This is correct.
Correct. Yes.
1388. Correct, right? You okay? So
Correct.
now I'll copy. Okay, I copy pasting this one. This is your API key, right? So now
Yeah.
Control V, done. So okay. Okay. So now I'll select once more the board, and then I'll select the port once more. Okay. So then cross this one, and then click on upload. Please wait. First, the code will compile. It is uploading now. Check. It's coming right, 2977.
Yes.
Then Rahman, now you will check your channel, whether value is coming or not. Mr. Rahman, please
Yes,
check
sir.
your channel. Value is coming
Not yet,
into
sir.
it.
Not
The
yet.
temperature value.
Not yet.
Then you refresh. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Raman sir, you can share your screen again.
I
Yeah,
think
sure. But you have to make me host.
you share your screen. The particular ThinkSpeak things.
Okay. I'm sharing the screen.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to see?
Yeah, yes, coming.
It
Yeah,
is coming.
now-
coming.
Just see this one. It's
Now it is
coming. Just see.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
coming.
It is coming.
Yeah, it is coming.
Temperature is
Okay,
showing.
less than a minute ago.
Temperature is showing.
And humidity
Yes,
also showing.
Showing, yes, yes. It is also showing.
This is the humidity value, right?
Yes.
77.
Yes.
Yes.
That means you got this one. That means you can work with my device, which is in Kolkata, right? So you are from where?
I'm from Tamil Nadu.
Mr.
I'm
Rahman?
sitting in Tamil Nadu.
So in Tamil Nadu, right? Yes. So now we are working with my device, not a problem, right? You can connect this particular one into the app, and you take the data from this one. So you can also do the same thing. So this is the first part of my lecture, the first demonstration, the first hands-on. So let's come to the second one, which is a very important app development tool, which is Blink. Okay. So now please stop presentation, Rahman.
I stopped, sir.
Okay, okay.
I've
Thank
given
you
the
very
control
much.
back to you. You're welcome.
Okay, okay. Okay. So I'll just copy this one. Okay. So now my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. It
Yes,
is.
sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So this is, I'll discuss a tool, app development tool, which is Blink. So I think you must have heard the term called Android, because Android app development is very, very complex and heavy. So you need 8 GB of RAM, right, to develop this application, right? So in that case, so that is the tool, that's the Blink, right? Developed for IoT app development. It's a drag and drop IoT app app development tool. I'll show you just a minute. So first I'll come to the presentation, small presentation, yes. So then I'll come to the demonstration. The Blink is a platform with iOS and Android app to control Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and the likes over the internet, right? So that means Raspberry Pi, Arduino, Node MCU, you can connect to anyone, okay? So this is, it's a digital dashboard where you can build a graphic interface for your project by simply dragging and dropping the widgets. This is the thing. You can drag and drop the different buttons, labels, display, and all these things. So, but most importantly, it is really simple, right? You need 5 minutes to develop your app. So I'll not come to the history of that. So actually, it is live from 12th May 2015. So what devices are supported? The Arduino, Energia, Particle, ARM model means ARM embed means it may be Raspberry Pi, so the particular board having the ARM processor, okay, ARM processor. These are some of the sites available for Blink website. I'll share this one to you, no problem. So how it connects? You can use Ethernet, you can use Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, serial USB, 3G, whatever. So what you can do with this particular thing, everything regarding IoT. So there are three major components in the platform: one, the Blink app, the Blink server, and the Blink libraries. I told you that even if the Node MCU can be configured as server, I'll show you later. Okay. So, but this Blink app also having a server, you can create a server, you can use the Blink server, right? And you can use also the libraries. So this is the how it works, right? This is a Blink app and this is Blink server. It connect to the Blink server, and the server will connect to your device. So accordingly, they will exchange the data. But to connect the Blink app, we have to have some authorization token or authorization ID. I'll tell you how we can generate this authorization ID. Okay, Mr. Rahman, please go to Google Play Store and download a Blink app immediately. So go to Google Play Store and download Blink app in your mobile phone, please. Okay, Blink allows us to go to Blink app. Just go to Google Play Store and download the Blink app. It may not be Mr. Rahman, other participants also. Just download the Blink app. Okay, from the Google Play Store and install it in your mobile. Blink allows us to interact with pin, right? And send and receive the data from the hardware. Yes. So there are 4 types: the controller, display, notification, whatever you just you can control something, you can display something, right? So you can set the notifications also and the others. Whatever you can do regarding the app, you can use this Blink app. So the pin setup, right? So analog digital pin we have. You can have a virtual pin also. So we'll be using the virtual pin. We have a data mapping and speed and march. So there are different controller button, slider, timer, joystick. Then you have a display like this, LED. We'll be using the gauge. We'll be using the gauge, right? But the Blink is not absolutely free. They will give 2000 point freeze, right? 2000 points free, right? After that you have to pay. But if you can manage your application, that's we can develop any standard app within 2000 points, right? So even if I'll tell you, if you just pay a small amount, then this will you can develop a professional app like Android. But we can get a more number of components and some facilities and all. So the notification and others, we can connect to the Twitter, you can connect to the email, you can connect Bridge and whatever, right? So it is possible to run a local server. Yes. The answer of course is yes. Download the web server from the website, start the server locally, set up a router to enable port forwarding, and set the server from the Blink app. It's possible. Some of the pros and cons, only thing is that, so if you want to develop a complex application, the complex app, so Android will be the solution. So in that case, Blink is, I think, cannot provide a complex app solution, the application solution. So that is the main thing about the Blink. And this is the logo. This is the logo, right? This is the logo of the Blink. Okay. So this is more or less about the what is Blink. So now I'll open my camera and show you the Blink one after another. So the one thing is that, do you have any question regarding Blink app? Please, if you have a question, ask me, and immediately I'll show you this thing.
Participants, if you have any query, please share.
So you can see me, this one, my mobile phone, right? You can see my mobile phone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this is the Blink app. This is the Blink app, right? So one logo. I'll double click on this. I'll double click on this one. This is the front end. So now, if you want to create a new project, so anyone have you downloaded the Blink app, Mr. Rahman?
Yes, sir. Finished. I have finished downloading.
Finished. So now,
yes,
double click on that.
I have already opened it. You want me to click the new project?
Open it. That's great. Yes. You click on the new project.
Yes, it is asking for project name.
Right?
It is asking for project name.
Just a minute. Give the project name. Yes. So just type temperature and humidity project. Temperature and humidity, because there must be a character limit. So I'll be doing this one. Right?
Temperature and humidity project. Okay.
And sorry. So now after that, you just go to this menu. Go to this menu. Just click on the plus, and then you'll get this one. We're getting it, this one screen.
No, sir. I'm just giving the name now.
And just after giving name, or click on plus. Is the top the first button.
Create. I have to make create, right?
Create. Got it? This one. You have given the project name, na? You have given the project name.
Yes.
And then click on. So after project name, there will be ESP8266 is written.
Yes.
ESP8266 is written, right?
Yes.
So just click on that. Just click on the right side drop down. Click on right side drop down. Click on right side drop down. Okay? And find the node MCU. Find the node MCU.
No, sir, I couldn't get that.
Got it, node MCU?
Got it, sir. Node MCU.
I'm gonna click on drop down, and then you will have a lot of options. You just scroll down.
So there is a Rahman sir, there is an option, select your hardware. There is a huge option. So you will go to node MCU option.
Okay. So then after that, Wi-Fi is given.
A lot of things are coming. You mean that
right?
one?
Okay, got it. Node MCU. Then you can change your background color, right? So I think here is a dark is by default selected, dark. So you can select the light version. So you can select the light version. Right? You can select the light version. Got it, Rahman?
Sir, I have selected node MCU.
Huh?
I have selected node MCU.
Then after that, just after Wi-Fi, there is an option, the theme. Theme is here, it is written dark or light. So we may select dark, you may select light, whatever you want.
Light already.
Light. Okay, then you create. Create.
Yeah, created already. It is asking to continue with OK.
Okay, yes. So then after that, we just slide right side. You'll get the button and all these things.
Yes, I'm getting buttons. Yes.
So go up and select a gauge. Right? You got the gauge?
I see only the button style button.
Just scroll down.
Okay.
After LED, you have a gauge.
Yes,
After
sir.
LED,
There is gauge.
Gauge. After LED, you have a gauge. Rahman?
Yes, sir. I am with you.
Scroll down and there is value display, label value, LED, and then gauge.
Then gauge.
Level value V is there. Yes.
Then LED, then gauge. Click on gauge.
Yeah, I have gauge. Yes.
Click on gauge. So now it is automatically pasted on your front end screen. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So then double click on that. Sorry.
Yeah. Gauge is there already.
Then double click on that. Then another gauge setting will menu will come. Gauge setting menu will come. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Then click on pin.
Pin, yes.
Then select virtual, and then virtual pin number 5. Virtual pin number 5.
05.
Yes, 5. V5. As soon as you click on pin, the one menu will come. There is analog and virtual. Slide to virtual. And then right side, you have to select a pin, which is you select V5. Select V5.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir. V5.
And then after that, you write temperature. I'll use this for temperature. Temperature.
Sir, repeat once.
So after that, there's a one label. You have to write the label, right? You have to write the label.
Label what we have to write, sir? So
you write temperature because I want to display the temperature.
Only temperature we write?
Yes.
Okay.
Only write temperature.
Yes.
Okay. And click in a push, you click on push button and make it 1 second. Slide to 1 second.
1 second.
Okay.
That is the refreshing rate. Okay, then go back. Okay. So now because we have to display two things. One is called temperature, and other is called the humidity. Similarly, you select one more gauge. Just slide one more gauge.
Okay.
For humidity. So after that, similar way, but it will be a pin number V6, virtual V6. Rahman, you are doing?
Yes, I am doing, sir.
And write down a label as humidity. Right? And similarly, make it push as 1 second. Got it. So now, after creating this, just see this thing. I've already developed this thing for you, right? Already I've developed this thing for you. Right? So now we have to write the code. So I think, Rahman, you have developed this thing too like this?
Yes, sir. Two things are there. Two gauges is there in my screen.
So one is for V6, one is for V5, one is temperature, one is humidity. Correct. So now I'll open my code. I think my screen, my window screen is visible to you. My window screen is visible to you guys?
Yes, hello? Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the code available. So now as soon as I click on new project, right, I have received a please check your email account. Please check your email account. I think Bobita, Bapita, I think you have created an app, right?
Yes, sir.
So could you please check your email account?
Okay.
Send me the authorization code.
I'm checking, sir. Okay, sir, I got it. I will send it.
Please send me. Rahman also, if you please send me.
I have sent it.
You have sent, right? This is authorization U, starting from U, right?
Starting from N.
Huh?
That
N,
is,
N. Oh, yes, yes, N. Sorry. Okay, got it. So I copy pasted it, right? And copy pasted over here. But last is starting with N and last is U. Babita?
yes, sir. I'm checking again. Yes, last is U.
And starting with capital N, right?
Yes, yes.
So now I'm executing this thing. Please wait. So you have selected V5 for temperature, V6 for humidity, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you have to, after running, you have to click on the play button. I think play button is coming in the page. Just right side top corner.
Yes, yes, it is coming.
Okay, just a minute, not now.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
This is very simple application. You can create button, display, whatever you do it in an app. I think you have already gone through this, all these components, right? Okay, I think it will come. Please wait a minute. Okay, it's coming. So now, Babita, please click on the play button.
Okay.
I think
so it is coming.
It's coming. Now
Yes,
it show
sir.
it to everybody.
Okay.
Now you show it to everybody.
Right.
Babita, please show it to everybody.
Sir, wait, sir. I can share my screen from mobile. Wait, sir.
Nice. Yes, no problem. Just I want to see the value. That's it.
Wait, sir. Wait.
What about Mr. A.R. Rahman?
Sir, I'm with you. Yeah, please tell me, sir, what I have to do.
So you just send me the authentication token to me.
I haven't received any authentication token, sir.
You should receive. Because as soon as you click on the new project, they will send the authentication code. Okay, no issue.
Sir, I have shared
yes.
the screenshot actually.
Oh, screenshot.
Yes, sir. Actually, I can share that screen from mobile. It is the screenshot from my mobile.
Yes. Just present it, right? So by if you just it little bit enlarge it and then present it, right? Just a minute. I can see this one. Yes, I think participant can see this one. Okay, so that is the app you can develop within 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you're ready with that, so you can develop this one. Okay, Very interesting tool, but it's just not like only gauge. You can do everything, but for easy understanding, I have just taken up the gauge.
So there is huge options are there.
Yes, yes, yes. Huge options.
Yes,
So
very interesting,
connect,
sir.
and connect. You can make it a shortcut. You can connect to. You can directly connect to Twitter. They'll send a message to the Twitter. Send you a message to the email, WhatsApp, whatever you want. So they can do
Yes.
everything, because within a 15-20 minutes it is not possible to show that. Still, I am showing all these things. So this is all about today's session. So if you have any question, please ask me the question. Then otherwise, this is over.
Participants, if anyone has done this, you can share this with us also.
But they'll not get the data, because then I have.
No, actually, if they got the authentication code, Rahman sir, what about your?
I didn't get the I didn't get the authentication mail, madam.
But you should get. So as soon as click on the new project, they'll send the authentication code. You try it later, okay?
Okay, sir, I will try.
So you'll get the authentication code in an email. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will try. But it is not coming so far.
No. It should come, because Bobita also got this one, right? It should come. As soon as click on the new project, you'll get the authentication code. Okay. So, okay, Bobita, what to do then?
Okay, participants, if you have any query, or you can share anything, and how you enjoy today's session, you can share. Actually, I enjoyed the session very much. On this virtual platform, we basically have done something that is very new to us also. What is your feedback?
It was my pleasure. I thoroughly enjoyed working with you, sir.
So
Okay.
thank you, sir. Actually, we will meet with sir tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow is holiday, on Saturday again.
Okay.
Okay. So, sir, thank you very much. And there is some small token of felicitation. So, I request the organizing team member to please.
Madam, just give me 1 minute time to share my screen.
Okay, Paramita.
So day after tomorrow, I guess I'll be coming to another new concept, right? So the new cloud and new app, right? So day after tomorrow.
Madam, can you please make me co-host so that I can share my screen?
Okay, okay. Paramita, you are now co-host.
Okay, madam.
Sir, this is for you.
Thank you very much, Bapita and Paramita, right? Thank you very much. Really, Red Rose, right? It's great. So during this time, Red Rose is, I mean, rare, right? So
Yes,
we've been
sir.
thinking about the oxygen and all,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes. Yes.
So thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Sir, okay, then on Saturday we will meet again.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Just I'm leaving.
Sir, excuse me, sir. I have received the authentication. It was late because of my connectivity.
Okay, okay. So the okay. So then just a minute. I just send me this thing in chat box.
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah.
Quickly.
I think there is some network issue. That's why it is late.
Who has sent this one? 20 QA?
Yeah, Rahman.
You, na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, yes. I got it.
Because of the network delay, I didn't get it, sir. It just popped up.
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Please wait, Roman.
Waiting, sir.
So I think you will get this one soon. Okay. So, hi, Roman, please click on play button. I think play button.
It just comes already.
Already is coming, right?
Yeah, I have put the play already. It is 30 and 77.
So can you show to other participants?
I am showing it, sir.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Are you happy with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's great. So then, Bapita, I'm ultimately comes to the end. So,
yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm
It
just
was very, thank you very much.
So that's, you can see that if you want to develop this kind of Android app, I think you need 1 month hard work. Okay. So, but here you just give only 5-10 minutes. So that is the main thing. So there are 3-4 things are, but not possible to show everything over here. So if you want to know, just email me and then I can connect you with the different apps and clouds, which are free, because the paying something is not the good thing. So without payment, if you can develop an application, that is the credit. Okay.
So please share your email ID, sir.
Babit,
I will share the mail ID with the participants, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
How?
I will share. I will share in their WhatsApp group, sir. Don't worry.
Okay. No. So I'm not worried because just a minute. How can I leave? It's not coming now. Babita, it is better you just cross it. Okay.
So participants, I am ending the session now, and tomorrow is holiday, so we will meet again on Saturday. Okay.
Ma'am, can you stop the recording?
Yes.
Madam, today quiz link is